Alright, so I'm going to put up a little video. Just has a bunch of little random clips. It's little videos that I took that I didn't really have a place for. And we're going to start with this one. I don't know if you can hear that clicking or not. Anyway, so lesson learned here, I guess. I stuck these insulators on trees. I figured, well, it'd be 5 or 6 years before I have to change them. They've only been there for maybe 2 years. And the trees have already grown enough that it's discharging onto the tree. So I've got a whole bunch of little boards cut. I got to go around some point and take all these screws out, pull the insulators off. Most of them are ruined, but pull them all off. Screw a pressure treated or a cedar plank on. I got a few of each, and then put them back. So anyway, well, as you can see from my sad looking sawhorses, these old things, stuff that my father made with some junk we had laying around, they weren't that great when they were new, so I built some new ones. This is kind of an adaptation of the ones we use at work, but the ones at work are a lot more complicated, and I figured could do it without any tapers. Then I seen Living Traditions Homestead builds them this way, and that's what I was thinking about doing, so that's the way I built them. Anyway, it's like $46 for 2x4s to build them. The little ones that are built are 32 inches, so that works out nice because the legs are 32 and all the cross pieces are 32, and you get 3 32-inch pieces of an 8-footer. And I got a couple started up there that are 4 feet long, and they'll have 32-inch legs. So. Well, I spent all day yesterday stripping this coop out, putting new roosts in. There's 16 feet of roost in there now, and I bought these little plastic baskets at the dollar store. Paid $2.50 a piece for them, assuming that they are flimsy enough that the hens wouldn't roost on them. But I see this one's already figured out that if she goes right in the corner, puts 1 foot on the side and 1 on the front, she's good. So I guess that didn't work. Okay, so anytime you have multiple chains, or anything really, in the same storage container, it's always nice to color code them. So these are the chains for the tractor. They're not tire chains, they're just utility chains. So what I'll do is I'll probably put a rod or something in I got a big ammo can I'm going to put them in, and I'll hook one end on that and drop the rest in. So we have the red one, the Y chain, this shackles into the bucket. I got 2 holes in the bucket, 1 each side. So that's for picking stuff up with the bucket. And then I got 2 short chains that I've painted green, 1 of each size, and 2 long chains, again 1 of each size, that I've painted black. So if I want a small chain or large chain, well, that's easy. You just either grab the 3/16 or the 3/8. And I know the black ones are long and the green ones are short, and the red one is for the bucket. So that's it. Alright, so these are fake eggs that I got in the new turkey coop. What they were is marbles. Now, with baby chicks, you kind of want them to, you want to do something so they can't drown in the drinkers when they're just being born. So I bought these packages of marbles at the dollar store, and mostly they were the little ones, but each one had 2 or 3 medium-sized ones, like the size of a nickel, and then 3 of them had these great big ones, and 1 had one a little bit smaller. So anyway, I had some pewter colored paint. I gave them a coat of that, then a coat of white, and then I back quite far and got some brown dots on them to just kind of play with. The duck and both turkeys like to lay in this nest, so I put them over there just to see if I can convince them to move over. So anyway, see what happens. So in the other little coop, I had 1x4 on edge for a roost, and they were using it fine, but they were struggling a little bit. You can see they were a little uneasy. So I doubled it up, and those roosts have been in there for a long time, and since I put them in there, I knew they should be at least 2x4 on edge, but Or even on flat would be okay, but anyway. They haven't used it yet, but I see this one's been checking it out. Just wants to know what's new in there. Well, I think these two ducks must have been hanging out with runner ducks at some point, because they're the only ducks I've ever had that wouldn't get in the kiddie pool. They've got it all dirty, but that's just from sticking their heads under and cleaning out their nostrils. But I haven't seen them climb in the pool yet, which is odd, because they'll climb in that little thing there. And the idea was to get them in here, so they'll leave that alone. But I'm going to have to put a traditional drinker in there for the other animals. Misty's moment of fame. Always comes to visit, don't you, girl? Oh, you can't eat that. I just dropped off a new duck we're going to call Donald. He's a little skittish of me right now, but within a few seconds he was all buddied up with our other duck. So Donald's the lighter of the two. Getting a drink of water there. So hopefully those two start getting it on and we can hatch off some baby ducks.